1998. 1998 was the last time the Miami Dolphins started off 2-0 and were also 2-0 in the division. Jimmy Johnson was the coach. Kippy Brown was the offensive coordinator.
Dad.
Kyle, look, the shtick worked last week. You just can't keep interrupting me in the middle of my friggin' videos, right? I barely have anybody that watches the football videos in the first place. You're probably cutting off right now. Give me a freaking... What do you want?
I'm sorry, Dad. I just wanted to tell you about the chocolate chip pancakes I made for you. They're sitting on top of the kitchen stove.
Pancakes, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm stressed. I just want the Dolphins to win. I'm gonna go get my pancakes now. Thank you, son. I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome. There's no pancakes.
Let's go Dolphins! Let's go Dolphins! Let's go Dolphins! Do you feel that, Dolphin fans? Do you feel that? Because my heart already. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's indigestion, but. When was the last time? How many times? It's a big game. This is the game, right? This is the game that says yes or not yet, right? We can't pretend like it's still early. It's just one game. Bologna sandwiches, rotten bologna, like left out in the car. Bologna sandwiches with that crap. This is the game we know, right here. Home opener, the Bills come in, they're going to be desperate. We have a chance to open up a 2-game lead over the Bills at home. The heat index is like 150 degrees in the shade. Please, this is it, Dolphins. Yes or no? Just let me know right now. I won't make a complete blanket judgment about Tua based on this one game. However, this goes for everybody. Everybody across the board. Tua, the offensive line, the coaches, the defensive line. We need to see more. This is the game where we need to see more. Right here is the game where all those years ago when we blew everybody out of town and we traded Tannehill and we tanked for Tua and all that crap. This is the game right here at home opener with a chance to have a 2-game lead on the Bills. If you can't win this game with this squad and this team and this coach and this quarterback, if you can't win this game, I'm not saying the season's over, but you have to start questioning if these are the guys. You have to be able to, in year 3, win your home opener against your division rivals, or you have to start wondering if these are the guys. Some of you may not like that. Some of you might agree with it. 6 of one, half dozen of another. Let's see what happens after the first quarter. I'm feeling it already. For those of you who've watched my hockey videos over the years, you know what's likely coming at the end of this game. For those of you who are new to this channel, what I will say is we learned 2 things during that first quarter. Everybody needs to be better. Everybody needs to be better. Everybody needs to be better. And number 2, if you say something bad about Tua on Dolphins Twitter, just prepare to be decapitated. Never seen a group of people who just cannot hear any objective truth about their football team whatsoever. He was bad. The offensive line was bad. The coaches are bad. The defense is bad. Everybody has been bad in that first quarter. And if you can't accept that, just stop watching the games. All right, so it's still 14-0. This is one of the worst football games I've ever seen in terms of actual good football. So we're gonna take the Dolphins defense and put it over here just for a second because there's only so much time during halftime. this thing with Tua and the Dolphins' offensive line, it's very much like everything else that's going on in the world with politics and everything else, where it's all one thing or all another thing. Both things can be true. I literally had an argument with somebody a couple days ago on Twitter when I just said the Dolphins' offensive line wasn't that good, and I got blown up. And now I see on Twitter, if you even breathe the idea that anything that happened was Tua's fault, you get immediately called every name in the book. It's just amazing. So look, both things can be true. Yes, our offensive line quite possibly might be the worst offensive line in the league in terms of pass protection, especially when you consider the fact that we built this on purpose. This isn't a bunch of ragtag guys that we got off the streets. These are the guys on purpose. That's another story. That's the subject for an entirely another video. But Tua, look, there's a difference between great quarterbacks, good quarterbacks, and quarterbacks who have their careers ended really, really quick. Tua's going to be on that end of quarterbacks who have their careers ended due to injury because free blitzers are going to come. This is the NFL. If the other team's defense knows they can get by your offensive line and your quarterback will not make you pay because he doesn't make decisions fast enough, they are going to send free blitzers on every single play until your quarterback learns to read pre-snap where the freaking hot read is, take 2 steps back and throw the ball and make a completion and then take the hit after the ball is gone. Until Tua learns to do that in a quick enough sequence, it's everybody's fault. He's got to be better. The offensive line has to be better. If he wants to help his offensive line be better, learn to recognize where the pressure is coming from pre-snap. The first sack of the game. And everybody who's defending Tua right now, just go watch the replay of the first sack of the game. He drops back. He looks to his left. He sees the free blitzer coming. There's nobody else. It's him and the blitzer. And what Tua does is just turn his back to him, doesn't see anything to do, doesn't do anything, and just eats the ball. Plays like that are going to happen. I'm not excusing what the offensive line is allowing. You shouldn't be allowing free blitzers. But the difference between the good quarterbacks and the ones who unfortunately get injured because they're holding the ball too long, you're seeing it. So both things can be true, people. Y'all need to calm the hell down. I am seeing people just absolutely losing their mind. I thought Panthers Twitter was sensitive. The Dolphins Twitter it's unbelievable. You just can't give an opinion. So I'm gonna back off of Dolphins Twitter. I'll tell you that. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make my videos and be happy. The rest of the game is the Buffalo Bills trying to give us the game, and then us finding unique ways to give it back. Tua's hurt. Brissett comes in, and it don't really. I mean, Brissett doesn't look bad. I mean, he's made a couple plays with his legs. We'd have a touchdown if Parker could catch. We'd have points if Albert Wilson could catch. We'd have points if Jakeem Grant wouldn't fumble the ball. You see where I'm going? Brissett looks fine. Certainly, there really hasn't been any. There hasn't been any difference between when Tua was in and Brissett is in, with the exception of Brissett has extended some plays with his legs where Tua has been very, very indecisive and inconsistent and is getting killed back there. And it's not all the offensive line's fault. This is everything. This is the coaches. This is drafting process because these are the guys on purpose. It's an awful combination of horrible pass blocking and a quarterback who doesn't make plays with his legs and doesn't read the field fast enough. And I'm sorry, I like Tua. But if at this point you, as a Tua fan, cannot admit to yourself that he's not seeing the field fast enough, I'm sorry. I'm seeing all sorts of people. It's just bad. It's just bad what I see online. And I like this kid, and I want him to do well. But he's not reading the field quick enough. You have to see where the pressure is coming from pre-snap. That's the difference between the great quarterbacks, the good ones, and the ones who get killed. And he's getting killed. And it's not all the offensive line's fault. It's a bad combination. And the coaching staff is just... And there's more. Maybe we'll come back and win this game. Maybe we'll come back and make it a game. Buffalo gets the ball first. We'll see what happens. But right now, it's just bad, bad, and just more bad. So I've been doing Panther videos 5 years, 5 years, something like that. For those of you who are used to this channel, yes, you know what's coming. For you new Dolphin football people watching, what can I say? I have a different way of being. That was easily the most disgusting display of football I believe I've ever seen. At least, I don't know if it's the worst I've ever seen in my life, but that was just disgustingly horrible, terrible, embarrassing considering the circumstances. Your home opener, 35-0 in your home opener against a division rival in a game in a year where you're trying to make a statement that anything that you've done in the last 3 years was right. Because let's just rewind it just a little bit, Dolphin fans. Why do we have Greer and Flores and Tua, and why do we have these guys? Because we blew up. Not that what we had was good, but what we had, okay, was just not worse than this. It definitely was not worse than this. So, I said enough about Tua at halftime. We'll get into the offensive line. This is the offensive line on purpose. And so, this is where it gets into Greer and Flores in the scouting department and the entire organization just having basically its head up its ass. This is horrible. These are the guys on purpose. And it's not just not good, it's really, really bad. Completely all the way through the game, even into garbage time, with Brissett almost getting killed out there. Who's the third string? do we have anybody else? Right now, Cam Newton is like, I don't hear my phone ringing. I don't hear it. I don't feel it vibrating. I don't hear my phone ringing. Nope. If that's the Dolphins calling, I want nothing to do with that. Because who knows who knows, rib injury, being quarterback, that's not great news for Tua. And at the same point, he's probably watching this offensive line going, my ribs, no, I think 3 weeks, 4 weeks, can I get 6? Can I get 6 weeks off? Absolutely terrible. Absolutely just an absolute embarrassment. The wide receiving core, Wilson made a couple catches there at the end, but 35-0. Now the thing of it is the 35 did not get the 35 points didn't happen on its own. All right, the defense started like crap and came out in the second half and just basically the entire team had just laid down. The entire team laid down. There was nothing that happened at halftime that got these guys moving again. I would have absolutely no problem with an absolute, and I know it's not going to happen, okay? Some of you Dolphin fans don't know how to take sarcasm and conjecture, and some of you people are way too damn serious. But I would have no problem if I woke up tomorrow morning and Flores and his entire cast of characters was fired. And I don't care if they get Mickey Mouse and frickin' Donald Duck in there to replace them. It can't be worse than what we just witnessed. All across the board, from the top to the bottom. There's a couple of guys that played. Jacoby Brissett played. Tua, we didn't get a chance. All right? He needs to read defenses faster than he is, but he also doesn't deserve to get killed at the same time. But he's got to be fast. At least Brissett can move out of the way, and Brissett's a big guy, so he can move out of the way and make something happen. This is, like I said at halftime, the combination of Tua's skill set in this offensive line is going to get him killed. And I said that in the preview. I said that in the post-game lab. I've been saying it all week. The coaching staff is not designing plays to the reality of this offensive line and to his skill set. And I said that on Twitter this week, and I got killed because nobody wants to admit that these aren't the guys. These are not the guys, okay? Yeah, Tua, it's been 10, 11 games. He's not going to suddenly become what he's not. And what he's not is a quarterback that's going to make this offensive line look anything remotely capable. I don't think there's a quarterback that could. Brissett didn't do a bad job, but a 0 is still a 0. We had a chance at some point there. Obviously, Parker drops the touchdown pass. We already talked about that. We had a chance. Buffalo tried like hell in the first half to keep us in the game. They really, really, really did. They did everything they could to keep us in the game. And we said, we don't want it. We want to suck. But defensively, it's not like we did great. X had an interception, missed 1, missed 2 interceptions. I'm curious about the taunting penalties because I'm wondering. I saw Josh Allen actually just absolutely jawing at Jones, and then the next play Jones shows the frustration, and Allen was jawing at him again, and they get Jones for the unnecessary roughness. But I thought that was taunting now. Is it not taunting if the quarterback does it? Is that the rule? Because I thought trash talking and pointing at a guy was taunting. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Maybe I didn't see anybody catch that. But Allen definitely taunted Jones. And then the next time around, Jones shoved him out of bounds, and they give Jones the penalty. And Allen was pointing at him and taunting at him again. I think the taunting is crap. Don't get me wrong. It's bull. But if you're going to call it, call it. This was absolutely embarrassing. As a Dolphin fan, this is absolutely embarrassing. This was so embarrassing. I'm embarrassed as a Panther fan that the Dolphins did so bad. That's how embarrassing this is. This is disgusting. It was so embarrassing that when they put the standings up, they had Buffalo, then New England, then Miami, all at 1-1, which we just beat New England, and they still have us under New England. We're tied, but they have us below because they're just like it was that bad. I'm embarrassed for New England, who they're looking at this game going, how did we blow that game last week? Because we're one fumble away from 0-2. We're one fumble from the Patriots away from 0-2 people. All right? And Twitter, it's a beautiful mess now. I don't think I'm ever going to mention Tua's name on Twitter again. All you have to do is say the name Tua, and it's like a nuclear bomb explodes. Good God, I've never seen a group of people so sensitive to reality. He's not the guy. He's not the guy. Look at the quarterbacks in the AFC. Look, Mahomes, Allen, Abear, Burrow, Mac Jones. Tua is not the guy. Look at that list just right there. There's more. I'm leaving out. There's more. But he is not the guy. He doesn't have the skill set. You have to design perfect plays and have a really, really good offensive line where he can drop back, read the field, not move around too much, and make the throws if he can make the throws. I'm sorry. I'm a Dolphin fan. All right, I was 1 year old when we were undefeated. So I see so many people. If you say something about Tua, they tell you you're a troll. You don't know football. I've been breaking down football since most of you before you were born. All right, he's not the guy. He's not the guy. Just admit it. Flores is not the guy. Greer is probably not the guy. Nobody on the offensive line is the guy. Tua is probably not the guy. Let's go to the defense. X and Jones, we're good there. Holland looks good. Jalen Phillips is not the guy. What did Jimmy Johnson teach us? If Jimmy Johnson taught us nothing, okay, if he doesn't bite as a puppy, he's not going to bite as an adult. All right, Jalen Phillips has been completely invisible. And how many times do we have to see that same thing, Dolphin fans, where we draft the guy, we have hopes, and then he's not so good. He's not really doing good. Let's give him another year. Well, he's not. Well, he needs time to develop year 3. Crap. He's not the guy. Christian Wilkins. He's not terrible, but he's not the guy. we don't have the guy on this team. He's not there. We have a collection of not the guys. And that's coaching, that's the drafting, that's the scouting department, that's fine. But let's get to the point where we admit it, Dolphin fans. This group of characters, that coaching staff, with this quarterback and that offensive line, it's not. If we can find a way to miraculously win 10 games, we might be able to rip off a playoff win. Maybe. Who's the team we're going to beat with this offensive line? Who's the team we're going to beat with this offensive line? And I'm sorry, but your offensive line, your quarterback's only going to go as far as your offensive line is going to let him go. And the reason why Brissett looked more functional with this offensive line is because he can move and make plays with his legs and get out of the way. Tua just crumbles. Come on. I like this kid. I wanted him to be the guy. I wanted him to have success. And maybe with a different offensive line and a different coaching staff, he will, kind of like Ryan Tannehill. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying Tua's the problem, but he ain't the guy to fix the rest of the mess that we got. Okay? And that's the bottom line. It's done. This is done. We'd be lucky to win 8 games. And I picked this to win 10. But not. This offensive line is so much worse than we thought it was. We had hoped it was just the preseason and we're going to get it worked out. But these guys are bad. It's not that you're just not good. They're bad. Like record possible level bad. Like they almost got 2 quarterbacks killed in 1 game bad. It's that bad. Whatever Tua is, was, might, coulda, shoulda, woulda, gonna be, we ain't never gonna find that out with this offensive line. Right? It's gonna be like Tannehill, where he gets killed for however many years, and then we send him somewhere else with capable coaches and a running game, and oh look, he's good. Damn. Okay, maybe that'll happen with Tua. It could happen, but it ain't happening with this group of idiots. Home opener, 35-0. There's nothing I could wake up to tomorrow morning that would say, that didn't deserve to happen. Fire them all. This was beyond disgusting. It was just out of words. All right, it's not worth any more of my time. I want to go upstairs, take a shower, have some libations. I feel bad for the fans that were there. Apparently, the game didn't even sell out. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's genuine. But this was the first game where there was no restrictions, right? Like as many people who wanted to come could come, and the game didn't sell out. The Dolphins home opener didn't sell out. The hell's going on down there? I mean, the Panther fans, we're worried about how many people we get in the stands. If the Dolphins can't sell out, what? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there, but there wasn't a lot of as many people there as I thought it was going to be rocking. What are we doing? What are we doing? Or there's just not that many people believe in the team. I don't know. All right, so it was 35-0. I don't want to say it can't get worse because it could get worse because the defense is the only reason that game was 35-0 and not like 56 like it was the last time we played the Bills. Let's hope Tua's okay. Actually, I don't know. Watching this offensive line, I hope he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Just save him. He's going to get killed back there. Talking about whether or not he's the guy or not, all of that set aside. As a human, as a person, as a guy, he's going to get killed. His skill set with this offensive line is going to get this kid hurt worse than a rib. Okay? It's a bad combination. At least Brissett has the size to take the abuse a little bit and can run around. This is going to end badly for Tua. And then forget about the football part. The more games he plays with this offensive line, the more he risks getting a real injury. Damn. All right, Dolphin fans. We suck again. We suck. We suck. Right now, this week, we suck. We may not suck by week 5 or week 6, but right now, in this moment, we suck. There's nothing complimentary about this roster. You've got good corners with really no pass rush. You've got decent running backs with no offensive line. You've got, we don't know what, a quarterback with no offensive line. We've got tight ends that can't run block. They can get open, but not enough time for the quarterback to get him the ball. We've got linebackers that are basically invisible because the ball's either getting, it's just a mess. It's just an absolute mess by design. These coaches, this GM built this mess, and it's not even like a beautiful Frankenstein. It's like somebody took a Hummer and chopped it off and put a bug on top and then put lawnmower wheels on it and said, go run, go do something. What a freaking disaster.